Hey everybody, Adam from Atlas Gunworks. I'm going to talk real quick about the plastic grip guns having problems with getting the mags to come out. So primarily an STI problem, as they're pretty much one of the few that still use or make the grips and still use them. What's happening is this is a DVC-3 gun. So we'll try to get it here so you can see, but these are the textured up grips from whatever company does them. There's a couple different companies that do them. Let's see if we put the light on here. There you go. So they've got this texturing. So a couple issues going on. There's always some tolerance issues in the plastic grips, but for the most part they're the same. The issue that you're seeing is two things. One, that the guys when they're doing the grips are letting them get too hot and the whole thing's kind of shrinking up a little bit. So you can't, this whole piece can't get super uber hot. You got to kind of take a break every now and then, like do half a panel, do the front panel, do the bottom half, do the back, do half and half or something like that. So that's probably a little less of the issue in that they're thinning these up so much that when you squeeze them, the mags won't come out. So there's a couple of things that go on here. So here's a mag catch out of the gun. And it sits in the gun like this, or the other way I should say. So when you push on the, let's say that this is all the way out, here's the end of the gun. When you push on the mag catch here, this part right here comes into the grip, and if this part has an edge or sharpness to it, it will often pinch the mags right here. So in this gun you can see, on this one you can see the witness mark. Let's see if we can get there. So this has some DLC coating or something that's coming off on it, but you can see where it's rubbing there. So sometimes you've got to do is just take a little bit of this off there. What you have to do is leave this rim here all the way around, because the rim is how it stops in there. So if you cut this off right here, it'll flop around in there. That won't work well. So there's a little bit of work to do there. Typically we'll break this edge here too, just because in case it's rubbing. But you can take the slide off the gun and look down in there and see what's happening typically. So check that. That's you know, maybe your first place to start. And so a good test for all of that is to just take your mag catch out of the gun, slide the mag in, see if it comes right out. Right? And you can do this with or without the slide on there. You're going to get different results because this is going to touch empty. All of this works a little bit better with 1 or 2 dummy rounds in there, because that's what it's going to really be like. Right? So we're getting a little sticking way at the top, but for the most part these move free in here. So then the next question is, when I start to pull on this a little bit, if I squeeze this thing front to back really hard, can I stop it? And on this one I can. Not a ton, but right? So that leads us to believe that the grip might be too tight. So we're going to put the mag catch, which on this one I already tuned. So I'm holding the gun like this, I push the button, mag comes right out, right? Push the button, mag comes right out. Push the button, mag comes right out. Grip it, push the button, mag still comes out. Grip it, push the button hard, I can pinch it. So you've essentially got a bad grip here, in that I gotta let this go for the thing to come out. So you got a couple things going on all at the same time. This is probably touching a little the dimensions of how it's set up. There's not a lot you're going to do on that. Even changing to a Dawson isn't really going to help you there. But the big thing is and it always works a little better with the mag closed, because you're going to get some tension down. So this is what, you know, it's going to work like in most. But the question is, can I squeeze that front to back? So like this, with the slide closed, I can't. Now if I grab a hold of it like this and push the button, it doesn't work. Right? But if I do this and I let go of the grip, I mean, I can hold it with the grip. So what do we do there? To some degree, you're in a bad spot, but what we're going to try to do, and I've started on this gun already, is we're going to try to take a little bit of material out of the back. The front's super thin already, And these break up here. They're known to break in this region on the whole front strap here. So I wouldn't take much out of the front, but and it depends who did it. And these are all hand done, I think, so every one's going to be a little different. But get your file out and just start taking material out of the back until it doesn't work. And at some point, you know, you're going to have a problem in that you've really thinned the gun out too much. But you can get a little bit there, or some happy medium. This gun, the way it's set up now, you're probably no way to make it so you could have a death grip on it, push the button. But most of us, when we're reloading, and we just did a video about reloading, are going to flip the gun. So this one works already. I've already got it so it works. If you flip it, push the button, you're gold. Right? Flip it, push the button. I don't think you could grip it hard enough this way at this point. When we first got this one, I mean, I could just with two hands stop the mag here. And I can't do that now. So, a little material out of the back. Don't go crazy. These grips break. These plastic grips are pretty weak. So if you take, this front's already thinned out so much, if you take too much out of anywhere, it will break. But that's a quick kind of get you going in the right direction on getting these grips so that the mags will drop free.